Okay. Have a look at this sentence. We're going to start with an easy one, yeah? Okay, first of all, I'm going to give you prepositional phrases, yeah, to introduce a cause or reason, yeah? PPs, yeah? PPs to introduce a cause or reason, yeah? PPs to introduce a cause or reason. The pandemic, many things were actually cancelled, yeah? Let's say the Euro Cup. The Euro Cup was cancelled. When was it cancelled? In 2020, right? It was cancelled in 2020. Okay, what prepositional phrases are the typical ones here? Have a look at the pandemic. What is the pandemic? Pandemic, what category? That's a noun, yeah? That's a noun. Here we have the determiner. So this unit is a noun phrase. NP, noun phrase. Here we need PPs, prepositional phrases, PPs. The most typical one would be because of the pandemic. Give me more. Due to the pandemic. Give me more. Given that, only given. I would say given, but given is going to come on the next block. All right? But yeah, given the pandemic, it's perfectly all right. As a consequence of the pandemic, a perfect prepositional phrase. I also accept it. As a consequence of, yeah, prepositional phrase. Due to, because of, all those that I want to give to you, on account of, owing to, and as a result of, which is very similar to what Shema said, as a result of or as a consequence of. Yeah? As a result of. Okay, so all these units are prepositional phrases, yeah? Followed by a noun phrase. And what are they introducing? They are introducing a cause or reason, yeah? They introduce, yeah, a cause or reason, sorry. Both, yeah, because of the pandemic, yeah, the Euro Cup was cancelled in 2020. Yeah, the combination of prepositional phrase and noun phrase to introduce as a result, yeah, the Euro Cup was cancelled, yeah, that's the result. No problem. Sorry, maybe you can get back a little bit. Yeah. They introduce the cause or reason. What is the cause or reason? The pandemic. What is the result? The Euro Cup was cancelled. Yeah? PP and P. Pandemic and P, cause or reason. Okay, is it possible to change the order of these elements? Here, these units, can it be movable to the very beginning? Will it work if I move this clause? Yeah, this is a clause because it has a subject, yeah, and a predicate. Would it work if I place it here? The Euro Cup was cancelled in 2020 because of the pandemic. Does it work? Yeah. Due to the pandemic, on account of the pandemic? Yes, it does. So this clause is movable. The only thing that would change is that we wouldn't need a comma to divide them. Yeah, here we need a comma. If we put the prepositional phrase and noun phrase at the beginning, comma, and then the result. Yeah, if we place it at the beginning, no comma in between. So far so good? Okay, I'll give you the next one. The Euro Cup was cancelled. You have no idea how difficult it is to erase this. I believe the quality of the eraser is not excellent.
And you work out here.
Sorry? I'm working out, yeah. I'm getting stronger day by day. Okay, another one. Now, this is what you told me before. The pandemic, comma, the event will have to be put off. Yeah? The event will have to be put off or postponed. Okay, again, the pandemic here, this unit is a noun phrase, NP. Right before it, here, we can have again, as we said before, PPs, prepositional phrases. Some of them are, what did you tell me before? Given, yeah? Given the pandemic, the event will have to be put off. You can also say, in view of. In view of the pandemic, the event will have to be put off. In view of, yeah? In view of. You can also say, in the light of. In the light of. Again, prepositional phrase, well, they work as prepositional phrases, yeah? Followed by an NP. Would you say that these three have a slightly different meaning? This construction with these prepositional phrases have a slightly different meaning as the ones I gave you before, as because of, on account of, due to, owing to. Would you say they're 100% the same, or is there a little difference in meaning? There is a little difference in meaning. Here, in these cases, we're taking something into consideration rather than a direct cause, yeah? Here, using these ones, yeah, it means that we are taking something into consideration. So there is a slight, very small difference in meaning as compared to the ones I gave you before, because of, due to. These ones, if you say given the pandemic, in view of the pandemic, in the light of the pandemic, it means that we're taking something into consideration, yeah, for this to happen. Nonetheless, in real life, you know what happens in real life? People use them interchangeably, as if there was no meaning difference whatsoever. So, if you want to split hairs, I told you this expression the other day. Oh my God, someone is getting angry outside. Road rage. If you want to split hairs, yeah, take a piece of hair and split it. It means going into unnecessary details, yeah? If you want to split hairs, that yes, you can say, yeah, but if you use given or in view of or in the light of, it means that you're taking it into consideration. It doesn't mean a direct cause, like when you say due to or because of. There is a direct cause. This is not a direct cause. This is taking something into consideration. Okay, that's right. If you want to split hairs, that's right. But most of the time, interchangeable and no problem at all. So far so good? I just ran out of blue ink. May I continue? Yep. So yeah, interchangeable. Okay, another set of examples for you guys. Here I'm going to give you two examples that you can use when you want to be either positive or negative, yeah, about something, yeah, about a cause or reason. Let's say people's behavior, comma, all right, here you will need a PP, yeah, people's behavior, comma, then you can be negative about it. The virus got out of control. Or you can be positive about it. The virus was held back. Held back. there is one prepositional phrase before this, which is a noun phrase, behavior, yeah? Being the noun, there is a prepositional phrase that you can use negatively in a sarcastic way or positively in a non-sarcastic way. What is that prepositional phrase? People's behavior, the virus got out of control. I'm being sarcastic. Maximo, louder. Thanks to, yeah. Thanks to. So you can use this PP before a noun phrase. You can be sarcastic. Oh, thanks to people's behavior. It got out of control. Thank you, people. Thank you. Yeah? So you can be sarcastic in a negative way, or you can be non-sarcastic. You can really mean it. Oh, thanks to people's behavior, the virus was held back. People were so responsible. Thank you. Not being sarcastic. Again, the combination of PP and NP, noun phrase. So far, so good? Yep. May I? Another one. Imagine that one of your co-workers called in sick, or he asked for a sick leave, yeah? For a sick leave. He asked for a sick leave. A virus infection. It's all about the virus today with these examples, yeah? Okay, he called in sick because of virus. He asked for a sick leave. A virus infection. Actually, you can use any of the ones I gave you before, because of, due to, in the light of. Both of them would grammatically work. Yeah? Grammatically speaking, all of the PPs I gave you work perfectly before an NP. This is an NP. Virus infection. Yeah? A compound noun here. So all of them work in grammatical terms. But in terms of meaning, there is one here which is a justification for a given action. Yeah? There is a PP that serves for justifications. Yeah? A justification for an action. He asked for a sick leave. A virus infection. What is the PP? On the grounds of. So when you want to give a justification, yeah, the best option in terms of meaning is on the grounds of a virus infection. So you are justifying. He's justifying. Yeah, it is justified that he is asking for a sick leave due to or on the grounds of a virus infection. Can you say due to? Yes, you can. But if you want to justify, this is the best option. On the grounds of a virus infection. So far, so good? May I? On the grounds of. Okay, let's change now. And instead of using the combination of PP, NP, prepositional phrase, noun phrase, now we're going to use conjunctions. Conjunctions. Typical conjunctions that I want you to bear in mind. Yeah, conjunctions, the function of a conjunction is to link two clauses. Yeah, you can link, yeah, link clauses. The typical conjunctions that I want you to bear in mind today are as, since, because, without, of. Okay, the moment you say of, because of, what would it be? If you say because of, this is a prepositional phrase. But if you only say because, this is a conjunction. So now, because without of, that is a conjunction. Given that, also be careful with this one. Before, in the previous examples, if you say given, only given, that works as a PP. But if you say given that, it works as a conjunction. Seeing that, and on the grounds that. Be careful with this one. On the grounds that. Be careful with this one. You see the difference. Before, yeah, I told you the example on the grounds of. That would be a PP followed by a noun phrase. If you say on the grounds that, that is a conjunction, it is not followed. All these guys, all these conjunctions are not followed by noun phrases. They are followed by clauses. And what is a clause? A clause is a full unit with a subject and a predicate. Subject and predicate. That is a clause. Not just a noun, yeah, as a noun phrase. So far, so good? Yeah, so remember these ones. As, since, because, given that, seeing that, and on the grounds that. I'm not asking for permission any longer. I just go ahead. Okay, so he was feeling under the weather. He went to see a doctor. He was feeling under the weather, comma. He went to see a doctor. Here. Some conjunctions can be used there at the beginning. He was feeling under the weather. He went to see a doctor. 3 typical conjunctions that can be perfectly used here. As he was feeling under the weather, he went to see a doctor. Very good. Any other examples? Since he was feeling under the weather, he went to see a doctor. Perfect. Yeah, these are conjunctions. And is this followed right after the conjunction? Is this a noun phrase? No, it is not a noun phrase. Now what we have is a clause. Conjunction, clause. Conjunction, clause. Why is it a clause? Because it has a subject and a predicate. Subject, he. Predicate, with its more important element, which is the verb. Yeah? In this case, a verb and an auxiliary verb. Yeah? Okay, there is another one that you can use here. You can also use because. Yeah? Because he was feeling under the weather, he went to see a doctor. However, because it doesn't fit perfectly in this position. Because normally fits better linking sentences in the middle. So if you say, he went to see a doctor because he was feeling under the weather. So that would be the best place for because, in the middle. But can you place it at the beginning? Yes, you can. Is that the best position for because? No, it isn't. So at the beginning, which ones work better? As and since. I'll give you some more. Okay, there is a new variant. The British government is considering new measures. There's a new variant, comma. The British government is considering new measures. Okay, here we want to talk about something which is being taken into consideration. When something is being taken into consideration, yeah, rather than a direct reason or cause, given, but not given in itself. We said it should be given that, yeah? Given that. Or you can also say given the fact that, yeah? This is optional, but you can also say it. Given that there is a new variant, or given the fact that there is a new variant, the British government is considering taking new measures. More possibilities. Seeing that, yeah, seeing that there is a new variant, the British government, blah blah blah. Another one. In the view, yeah, in the view that. You can also say in the view of the fact, yeah, that, yeah, in the view that, or in the view of the fact that there is a new variant, the British government is considering new measures. Again, all these elements are conjunctions, and they are followed by this unit. This unit is a clause. Combination, conjunction, clause. Conjunction, clause. What are they doing? They are expressing that we are taking something into consideration. Yeah? Taking something, yeah, let me write it down there. Taking something into consideration. Given that, seeing that, in the view that, taking something into consideration. Okay. Yep. Another example. Okay, what's going on in the UK nowadays? Before this new variant came into play, this new variant, what's the name of it? How do you call it?
Omicron.
Oh yeah, Omicron, yeah. Before Omicron came into play, the UK was actually rather free up until very recently. I think that face coverings were not compulsory indoors, but now they are. Now they are again, yeah? Okay, so wearing face coverings indoors has been reimposed in the UK. The new variant may get out of control. Okay, again, here we need a conjunction. Here we need a conjunction. Conjunction. And here, following the conjunction, yeah, right after the conjunction, again, we have a clause. Why is it a clause? It has a subject and it has a predicate. We need a conjunction to express that there is a justification. Yeah, there is a justification for this result. This is the result. Yeah, face coverings indoors have been reimposed, and this is the reason that the new variant may get out of control. So a way of justifying with a conjunction, very similar to the one that we said before, would be Rachel. On the grounds that. Be careful, not on the grounds of. Yeah, on the grounds of is a prepositional phrase followed by a noun phrase. On the grounds that is a conjunction and it needs a clause after it with a subject and a predicate. On the grounds that the new variant may get out of control. This is the best choice in order to justify. Yeah? You're justifying yourself. When you justify yourself in a very formal context, yeah, on the grounds of. This is very formal language, yeah, on the whole. Very formal language on the whole. So far so good? Just 5 more minutes. May I? On the grounds that, conjunction, to justify. Okay. Now, Let's get informal, yeah? Let's get a little bit informal now. Introducing an effect or a result. Introducing an effect or result. And let's get informal now. Imagine that I had a date the other day and she didn't show up. She didn't show up, comma. She didn't show up. It was just me and my book, me and my coffee. It was just me and my cup of coffee, just me and my book. So here, in order to introduce, yeah, an effect or a result, yeah, she didn't show up, so the result was that it was just me and my coffee. The most typical ones in informal everyday language would be so is number one. So is number one. Other choices. That's why. You could also say which is why. I would say this one is a little bit more formal, yeah? Which is why. She didn't show up, comma. So it was just me and my coffee. She didn't show up, comma. That's why it was just me and my coffee. This is informal language, okay? Introducing an effect or result using informal language. And what are the informal connectors? So and that's why, yeah? So and that's why, informal. Now let's upgrade this, yeah? Let's describe or introduce an effect or result, but with a more formal language. Instead of she didn't show up, what would you say? In a very formal way. I don't know, for example, she failed to attend. She failed to attend our meeting. Sounds more formal, right? She failed to attend our meeting. This is much more formal, yeah? She failed to attend our meeting. It was just me and my coffee. Alright, let's say it was simply my hot beverage and I. For example, yeah? It was simply, instead of just, yeah? Simply, yeah? My hot beverage and I. You see, me and my coffee, me at the beginning, that's informal. And I is more formal. As a matter of fact, it was argued in the past that me and, yeah, for example, me and my friend, this me, was considered to be incorrect, yeah, by purists. It is not. It's just informal. Me and my friend and I. So, and I, more formal. Anyway, connectors to make this more formal. Instead of so, you could say therefore I like it. Yeah? Therefore, yeah? Therefore, it was simply my hot beverage and I. This is formal. Very similar to therefore. Thus, it was just therefore, yeah? Therefore, comma, thus, it was simply my hot beverage and I. You could also say, when you use therefore and when you use thus, there's another way to say it. You can also say, it was therefore, yeah? It was therefore my hot beverage and I. It was thus my hot beverage and I. So there are two ways of introducing therefore. Therefore, at the beginning, it was simply my hot beverage and I, or you can say, it was therefore my hot beverage and I. As you can see, yeah, therefore has two possibilities of placement and position. Yeah. Okay. Another one, yeah, would be as a result. As a result, it was simply my hot beverage and I. And for this reason, yeah. And for this reason, it was just my hot beverage and I. Consequently, Consequently, it was simply my hot beverage and I. So these are formal, yeah, formal alternatives to introduce an effect or result. Yeah, formal alternatives instead of the informal so or that's why. That's another one which is hence. Yeah, I'm going to give you a couple more. She failed to attend the meeting. You can also say hence, yeah, hence and accordingly. Sometimes, instead of having a full sentence, yeah, all the way, it's possible to split it, to have a full stop, yeah, you can have a full stop. Full stop, period. She failed to attend the meeting, period. Hence, my disappointment. Accordingly, I made a few phone calls. Yeah, sometimes it is also possible, to link them, or to link the information, but to divide it into two separate sentences. This is a sentence, this is a sentence, yeah? But here, what am I doing? I'm introducing an effect or result. So it's also possible to generate a new sentence after a full stop. Hence, my disappointment. Accordingly, because of that, yeah, accordingly, I made a few phone calls. Again, formal alternatives in order to introduce an effect or cause. That's it. That's it for today. I mean, in terms of grammatical explanations. May I? I have one more though. It's not it yet. What I want you to be especially careful with, is when you deal with things such as because of or because. Yeah? Because of or because. So, I didn't go to the meeting because of, imagine that I'm sick at home. Yeah? I'm sick at home. I caught a cold, not the virus. I caught a cold. So be careful, because of or because. If you say because of, what do you need? What is this? A PP. So what do you need after it? A noun phrase. So what would you say? Because of? Because of the cold, because of my cold, yeah? Yeah. Because of the cold that I caught. If you only use because without of, because, what do you need here? Clause. So you need a subject.